Welcome to the Adhocracy Show. On today's show,
Don't say that.
I took a trip to Texas.
And a tour of multi-packaging solutions.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm JD Melville.
And I'm David Landeen, and welcome to the Adhocracy Show, your weekly source for advertising, marketing, art, and design.
Yeah, we definitely cover all of those areas. We also cover, creativity, anything connected into that area. If this is your first time here, I want you to come down here to this little subscribe button. Make sure you click so that you can be updated. We have a show every Monday. We also release clips throughout the week, things like that. But this will at least give you the notification, hey, there is a new Adhocracy. If this is your second, third, fourth, or if you've been from the beginning, give us a little love with the thank you, the thumbs up button. And that would be much appreciated. We really benefit from that.
Yeah, whenever we get a like, it's mayhem.
I just jump up and down wherever I am. I jump, like, for example, I was on a plane and I saw I was jumping up and down. They had to restrain me, and it was kind of rough because they were going to emergency land the plane until they figured. It was almost like that Twilight Zone where he sees the thing on the wing.
Yeah, that's like one of the only Twilight Zones I've seen. Yeah. You were on a plane?
I was on a plane. I went down to Dallas, Texas, and visited Multi-Packaging Solutions. We're actually going to talk about that today on the show and show some footage, some really cool stuff that maybe you haven't seen before.
Before we get to our show, I just want to make a reminder about this poster behind my head.
Look at that poster. That is a contest that we have going on. If you look at that, that's actually a zoomed-in version of something within the Creative Cloud suite of Adobe products. It's somewhere in there, and if you zoom in really close, it's a really interesting feature. It's a contest that we're having. If you know where this is and you can post it, we will give you a copy of the poster. We'll also send you a special prize from us, the Adhocracy Show. So make sure that you do that. Take a look around and see what you can find.
And now it's time for that time that we like to share with you, where we help you get out of those sticky situations with clients. In the freelance world, you'll have people say some insensitive or flat out dumb things.
Yeah, absolutely. They might not be connected to the art world, and so they say these things that they just don't know what it means. So this is a segment that we like to call
Don't Say That. All right, first up, what do we got?
First off, sometimes someone brings you a piece of artwork.
Okay.
This could be a logo. This could be some kind of little icon that that they found on the internet or that they had someone create before. And they say, hey, I've got this JPEG. Can you turn that into a vector for me? I need that.
The short answer is no, which isn't true. But the long answer is no, which also isn't true. The correct answer is yes, but how much time and money do you have?
Yeah, absolutely. To give you a little history or a little lesson on vector versus bitmap, is what it's called, a JPEG. A JPEG and forms like it, they are a image that are made up of little tiny squares. You may have seen this if you blow up a picture really big. You just see the squares of edges and things like that. It's also called being pixelated. Now, when a JPEG is saved, it usually saves it in a certain size. If you make it any bigger, you get pixelation. If you make it smaller, the JPEG actually kind of says, okay, what's important, what's not, I'm getting rid of it. And it can make it look really kind of low quality. A vector, on the other hand, is a mathematical equation behind this program that says this is the way this curve moves, this is the way this color is. It is a smaller file. You can blow it up to the size of a building without losing any crispness. You won't have any Christmas.
Not losing any Christmas. It's amazing.
Without losing any Christmas.
You don't lose no Grinch in there.
Yeah, you can also make it as small as you want, and it still retains those lines so perfectly and beautifully. Now, when you say, can you turn this JPEG into a vector? Yes, I can. But if it's a logo, I'm going to have to recreate that logo based on those lines, and I'm going to have to guess where, with the little squares, where that line is supposed to go. So it won't be perfect. There also are a lot of tools that a lot of designers can use to just click it and it sort of vectorizes it, but it doesn't do it any justice. It's a pet peeve of mine. So can you
That'll
make...
be a soapbox someday.
Oh, maybe it will. So if you get the urge to, I mean, make sure that you know how much time it's going to take, how much money you have to really spend on this. But if you get the urge to ask someone, can you make this JPEG a vector?
Don't say that.
What about you, David? What's one that you are feeling today?
Well, so here's the thing. I understand that as videographers, designers, writers, marketers, we deal with a lot of people who are not from the quote-unquote market or creative field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You've got, architects. Well, they're creative in some ways. You've got businessmen, accountants. I mean,
Yeah,
they come to us for our services because
they all need logos. They all need videos. They all need. I mean, these are things that they need. I mean, websites, all these things. But it is one of these when they turn everything over to you because they say, "Well, I'm not creative."
Don't say that. And this is why. Creativity and being creative has sort of been put on a pedestal. It's sort of this like magical unicorn that just, these people are creative. They have this magic thing about them that, is uncontrollable and they just go into their mind and come out with this beautiful execution of everything I'm hoping and wishing for. It's not true. Creativity, the real definition of creativity is problem solving, connecting, going in paths that that you might not have thought about, and that gives this solution that's like, oh wow, it kind of gives that aha moment, right?
Yep.
So I mean, everyone's creative. I talked to a lawyer. A lawyer came to me and said that exact same phrase. I'm not creative, and I kind of went and I said, okay, well, think about like a court case. You are fighting for a certain purpose and you know the law, you know how it's supposed to be. So you kind of take, different ways and connect different things to help people think of, why this person would be innocent or guilty.
I was going to say, I know a lot of people who are very creative with the law.
Yeah.
They get in some trouble for that.
So creative thinking is connecting dots that haven't been connected before. It's problem solving. It's not this magical thing. Everyone's creative in some way. Just because you can't draw, just because you don't, have some inclination and you haven't practiced this stuff and are not as, easily disposed to it, doesn't mean that you're not creative. So the next time someone comes to you and says, I'm not creative, don't say that.
All right. I feel a little bit better about this now.
Yeah, you feel
that was a good...
You got that off your chest?
We hope we helped you. We understand that you may not necessarily know how to communicate those pet peeves of things people say.
Yeah, don't worry. We have taken them. We have made a little episode. We're actually clipping them so that you can forward that on and be like, hey, just so you know, don't say that. Yeah. Kind of funny. Excuse me.
All right. Well,
cut that out.
If you watched earlier, which I hope you did, because it'd be really weird if you were coming in right now, you would know that JD was on a plane earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. So I took a trip down to Dallas, Texas, to visit Multi-Packaging Solutions. I had, for our company, a package that I was press checking, and in the process of everything, there's a lot of processes of when you're printing something, but a press check is when you actually go down to where the printing is happening. And then you're able to make some very slight changes. You're able to do some different things to make sure that it accomplishes the way you want to look, that the colors come out exactly how it's supposed to. There's a lot of little things that the press check is for. So I went down to press check this. It was a quick day trip. I went down one morning and then left early the next morning. So it was a quick trip.
Yeah.
And so I took some video, and let's give a little tour of Multi-Packaging Solutions.
Hello everyone from sunny Dallas, Texas. We're out here at Multi-Packaging Solutions. This is a printer, and they have some fantastic capabilities here. Let's go in and show you what's going on.
They are headquartered in New York City. But they are in 13 countries. They're on 3 continents, and they have over 9,000 employees. This is a juggernaut of printing. The stuff that they do is crazy. They have manufacturing all over the places. They keep buying up different technologies and companies that do things very specifically. They've got machines that are unique to them. They've got a printer that has 8 stations or 8 heads, which means that they can print 8 colors, or they can do 4 colors with 2 special inks and 2 foils in what's called one pass. They have the press sheets, the big presses. They've got they've got an ink lab, so they mix the inks there, make sure that they get the perfect amount of ink and perfect colors. They've got die cutters, they've got folders and gluers, they have silk screen printers. And so, I mean, super impressive stuff the way they do it. You can definitely work with them and go take a tour of their facilities. They'll help you out with your packaging. That was our tour of Multi-Packaging Solutions. Contact one of the reps there, and they can show you and ship you some of the samples. One of the most impressive things for me, we went through the whole thing. All of the machinery is impressive. All the stuff they do is impressive. I mean, I was probably drooling a little all over the place. Little drops, that's where it's going. It was like a family circus of where I had been, just all over the thing. But we got to the end, and kind of in a corner of the building, they had an office, and they had a guy named there, Terrence, and he was over quality control. And he is like the mad scientist of packaging. He showed me all of the technologies that they had. He showed me all of the machines. He had things that test how much pressure it takes to tear open a package. They have a machine that jostles things around so that, if it's on a shipping truck, how, if it's going to scuff, how it's going to scuff, how to protect that. They do tests over, weeks, months, 3 months to see how rigid a package gets, because as the moisture leaves, it's going to make it harder to fold. And if you don't have a machine that can fold it, with enough pressure of X pounds per square inch or whatever, they're able to kind of manage that expectation on the front end. And color correction, they run a certain amount and kick out certain ones so that over a run of 100,000, they know that the color is exact from the beginning to the end. And they're working with, pharma, they're working with video game companies, they're working with music, all over the place. They can do so much. But one of the coolest things in this little office is what Terrence called the candy store. And the candy store was just shelves and shelves of samples of stuff that they've printed over the past however many years of all their cool stuff. And they're just like, yeah, go over and just pick out stuff that you want. And I was definitely a kid in a candy store.
I'll take one of everything.
I'll take one of these, and this is cool. And I developed retinal diabetes from that. Just grabbing things, and I'll probably take a lot of pictures of the samples that they've sent us, that they'll be sending me. So I their employees are fantastic. The press check went off so well. You could tell that they have a great care in what they do and making sure that things are right. And so, definitely if you're in the packaging world, check them out, contact them. They have a lot of processes and other things that are beneficial for you and your company. I want to thank Kurt Goddard for the fantastic trip. He took me out for a wonderful dinner at a place called Nick and Sam's. Wow, that place was insane. The steak was the best steak I've ever had. Thank you so much, Kurt. That was such a wonderful trip. Great getting to know you and talking to you. And also to Multi-Packaging Solutions for letting us do a tour, for the great work that you do. And thank you so much. So that was our tour of Multi-Packaging Solutions.
Awesome. Well, that was very, sounded like a lot of fun.
It was. It was a quick trip, so I'm tired from it. Of course.
Well, and no, if you don't follow us on Instagram, you should, because I imagine that when all these sample packages, JD's candy, come in, he will probably be posting them all over.
I will share my candy with you if you join us over there. And I'll be sharing some pics of the trip that I took. I mean, Texas is beautiful. There was a sunset there. Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous.
It just amazes me that you know, all the work that goes into these packages, and then like it shows up and it's like, what's inside, you know?
That's definitely a difference between you and me. When I take a package apart, like I'm like pulling out the X-Acto and like cutting the seal perfectly so that it like is hidden, and like I can repackage it if I'm gonna sell it, you know, at the end of my use. And I'm definitely a nerd in that regard.
Definitely.
But there's a lot that goes into packaging.
Oh, yeah.
We could probably cover that stuff a lot more. So
it'd be awesome to do a like tour episode from Multi-Packaging Solutions.
oh yeah, we should probably get
some season.
We should probably get Kurt on here and talk to him. He's got so much knowledge, and
That'd be
he's,
awesome.
He's such a he's eloquent and just
Wow.
he's fun to talk to. He's a fun guy.
Okay, there you go.
Maybe we'll have him on. Come join us, Kurt.
Yes, you should. And for you, our viewer, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting.
Yeah. On our video, we really appreciate it. All that interaction. We've had some great interaction over the last couple of episodes, and if you have stuff that you want to talk about, if you have stuff that you know, if there's packaging that you really love, talk about it. Let us know. We'll kind of point to it, as well as, you know, any questions, anything you want to see. Let us know. We'll cover it. For your made-up fact of the day, if you subscribe to this video right here, and share it.
Yeah, you can do both.
One or the other or both. We will be able to actually travel to more places. We'll go to like New York.
We'll like Hawaii.
We could go to Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Yeah. Maybe even Europe, a European trip.
Ooh, subscribe.
Please, we would love you to subscribe.
Subscribe.
I
don't know. I just.
I can also think of like friends and stuff. Like, I don't know. This one for me definitely hits like a string of things. Like, I can think of my friends